And hoe gaat die?
Dat is niet meer buiten.
Nee. Gaat hij met John en Allen? Maar dit is een hele andere link, of niet?
Ja, maar ik denk niet dat het echt is. Oh, wel.
Is het een andere link?
Ja. Staat er niet hier zo?
Oh ja, ik had dan moeten delen natuurlijk.
Ja,
Deze moet
dat is hem.
Ja,
Hij doet het.
top. Dan.
Goed zetten.
Ja.
Ik denk dat dat geluid hier zo niet op uitmaakt. Maar dat is voordat hij afspeelt.
Oké, dan gaan we nu deze boven.
Yes.
This is not the children's room. You can't, yeah, what, we're behind Yeah. Oh, and can I go there because I need to be at my laptop? Smile, Alicia. You're being dragged through the cold here. You guys have to sit there right now?
This is Sophia. I'm from humanities, so geography and history, and this is Isabel. That is Rick, my husband.
Yeah, I can do
Misschien daar ook
Are you from the primary? Oh, you're Iron's brother. Nice to meet you. What's your name? Carl. Nice to meet you. Hope to see you here one day, maybe.
working. Oh, really? Yeah. A little bit shy. She's an extrovert. Yeah. I hope she will. Jij bent weer in de house voor de foto's. Mooie foto's op de site. Nee, op de site. Ja. Dat je ook gefilmd. Nee. Ja. Would they concentrate this morning?
And people who don't know Delft,
Because I'm preparing them for next week, and Tuesday I will do formative politics. Just a little bit of introduction too, because it's reversing things, it's new things. From how long? Yes, of course. Do you give a point? For example, I have this. They have to match questions and answers. Right? Do you, for example, give them points, and then you make it against the check, and then you have. How do you? Yes, but okay. I understood C1. He knew knew what he had to do. He understood the meaning. He didn't work it out. So then on D, it's only 4. That's the way we also do it. No. Yeah, so I do C1 and D1 and 2.
So look, the live stream.
Yeah, she's there somewhere.
Staat hij net wat hoog? Perfect, hè?
Nou, helemaal.
Echt niks meer aan doen, nee.
Ja, dat is ook een super dikke lens.
Ik doe mij niks.
Ik kan er even zien hoe we gaan.
Good to see you. It's a good time. I'm coming home here. And oh God. Yes. I have to knock the side off and the baby smoke. I take it. I stop. Side guides.
Tôi làm được khâu vào đây đi.
Wat een leven. Ja. Gewoon een beetje verblijven. Zo zal denk ik laten niet doen. Ik weet niet of ja, boven.
Dit is dan de enige internationale
Yes, het zit vast.
Ik denk sowieso dadelijk, ja, dat er één van ons niet blijven aan de stand wordt. Dat zal dan, als je de schoot gaat, tenzij je dat zo. We kunnen nog even boven kijken.
In de informele vergadering. Jullie hebben nog een verstaan.
I'm not here, okay?
The boy did. Huh? He left. Who was it? Oh. Oh. Alan said he's feeling not well.
Oh, oké. Ja, Valerie is in section ziek. Nee, dat is goed. Ik dacht Valerie teacher. Nee, he was feeling sick, yeah. You're Anand's mom.
Yeah.
Oh, nice to see you. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Thank you for joining the celebration of the successful launch of the International School Delft. Since we started, since we've been launched in September, the first week of September this year. In the variety and the diversity of yourselves, we see a fair reflection of the Delft community and the wider community, of course. It is a reflection of our belief, the belief of our school, that successful schools are at the heart of a community. To mention, for those present, to mention first of all, Ms. Hatte van der Woude. Thank you for joining. Ms. Hatte van der Woude is representing, can I say it like that, the city of Delft, the Delft government, the council. Thank you for your ongoing support for our project, for your confidence and your belief. The executive board of hallo Tom. Nee, dat het nog gelukt is. The executive board of de Stichting Lucas Onderwijs. Ewald, our chairperson. Ingrid. To mention here also, of course, Fons Loogman, Beurs Fons. Fons is in a way also representing, could I say it like that, Fons? Also the Stichting Lucas Onderwijs. But he is our champion, he is our strong believer in this project, and Fons is the regio-directeur for Stanislas College, and we are proud to be part of that group. It is the executive board of the Laurentius Stichting. Saskia Schenning, and Tom just arrived, our partner, our evident partner in this project, the board governing the International School Delft Primary. It is the TU Delft represented stakeholders. Could I say Cindy versus Cindy? Represented by Mrs. Cindy Gerhard, director of the Biotech Campus. Thank you for joining. Of course, maybe I should have said, first of all, our students. We are so proud of you. Your focus on learning and your agency and your ownership for the school. This is your school. And from its inception, we have shared with you, we have shared with you how important it is to be part of that first cohort. You own the school, we are building the school with yourselves. Great to have you all here. Your parents present here, we thank you for your confidence and for your ongoing support and belief. Your support to your children, but also to us as a school as a whole. To mention staff, we have a fantastic faculty, a group of a fantastic mix of young and more experienced staff, focusing on the learning of our children, of our students. And finally, the leadership team. Sandip, where are you? Sandip, Sander Bjakdev, the deputy head of our primary. Sander Raaphorst, director of our primary school. Of course, Minke. Minke and I, we are leading the school. And we are doing this in a fantastic partnership. You agree, or?
Yes, completely. Teamwork. Teamwork.
To cut it short, our school, the International School Delft, primary and secondary, we are proud to be, and we are fortunate to be located in the city of Delft. As a center of technical, design, artistic excellence, with such a diverse, non-elitist international community. It is our ambition to reach out to the local community first of all. To learn from the local community, our local partners, local schools, but also willing to share our educational practice with those schools. And of course, further afield with national and international schools. It is our ambition to further develop International School Delft into a first choice for international education, driven by our mission, inspiring learning for a bright future. That's what's bringing us together here. That said, inviting Mrs. Ingrid de Bond, representing the executive board of the Stichting Lucas Foundation. We thank you. Hello. We thank you and your colleague, Ewald, for your leadership. And can I invite you to take the floor?
Ladies and gentlemen, dear students, let me start by extending a warm welcome to all of you present here for this very special occasion, the official grand opening of our International School Delft Secondary. It's wonderful to be here to celebrate this special opening with all of you. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. Of course, we are all familiar with this well-known English saying. So you may wonder now why I'm citing this exact saying at this specific occasion. Let me explain to you why I do that. Less than a year ago, the decision was taken to do our utmost to develop and establish an international secondary school here in Delft. I've been involved in this exciting project straight from the beginning, and one thing has always been very noticeable throughout the entire process, namely a huge amount of positive energy. Whatever challenge, whatever hurdle, whatever question, whatever activity required, all things were always met with this great energy. We will do this. We will fix this. We will create something beautiful. I must say that this upbeat spirit is very inspiring and it's enjoyable. It gives one the confidence that all will indeed be feasible, that all will indeed be successfully done. But the proof of the pudding is in the eating. That thought did, of course, occur to me every now and then during the early phases of the project. And now we are here. What a wonderful pudding it has turned out to be. What a delightful eating it has been. Within less than 12 months, through a great cooperation of everybody involved, we are able to celebrate the grand opening. Now that is indeed a job very well done. I therefore want to wholeheartedly congratulate all pioneers in this project, the students and their parents, and of course the entire team of staff. Great work, everyone. I deliberately use the word cooperation. The establishment of the International School Delft entails a story of true partnerships and closely working together with all stakeholders involved. please allow me to mention and thank our key players. And let me start with our Alderman for Education of Delft, Mrs. Hatte van der Oude, and her team. Thank you so much for your ongoing support and your confidence in what we aim to do. Secondly, I'd like to extend our gratitude to the Technical University Delft for working together with us and for providing access for our students to your world-class facilities. We are sure that our excellent partnership will inspire, motivate, and raise the aspirations of our ISD students. A number of international organizations and companies should certainly also be mentioned. Some of them are almost literally at our doorstep. The European Patent Office, DSM, IKEA, Shell. Thank you for your continuous encouragement to initiate the founding of our ISD. I'm also delighted to notice how well we work together with the Laurentius Stichting. For the ISD primary, Laurentius is our natural partner in reaching our exciting ambition to develop a distinctive international school within the municipality of Delft. In light of this cooperation, I also like to highlight our strong relationship with childcare provider True Colours that has been working with ISD Primary from its early days. The establishment of our ISD Secondary fits well with the vision, the mission, and the philosophy of Lucas Onderwijs. For us, it is the first school to work with the International Baccalaureate curriculum. This curriculum aims at developing inquisitive, knowledgeable, and caring young people who help to create a better and more peaceful world through intercultural exchange, understanding, and respect. These inspiring aims resonate very well with our core values. We therefore view our ISD as a clear enrichment for our organization and for the students that we care for. The International Baccalaureate offers an innovative curriculum. Innovation is a spearhead in the strategic plan for our organization and all schools that form part of Lucas Onderwijs. We will therefore ask the ISD community to share its experience and its expertise on new learning approaches with all of us, thus allowing for the piloting of new ways of teaching and learning. IB programs, or parts thereof, may well be suitable for our regular Dutch schools too. We do look forward to a lively exchange and potential co-creation. And let's, of course, never forget for whom we do all of this. For you, for our students, for the young people who will want to discover, explore, and nurture your talents. For the young people who will collectively form tomorrow's society. Dear students, by the time you graduate from our ISD Secondary, I truly wish that you will have developed a high level of skills, allowing you to navigate through and contribute to our ever-changing world, while being able to cherish, hopefully, fond memories of your time here at our school. May you have a wonderful journey. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your encouragement and your warm words. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. You agree? That's what I wanted. Can I now invite Mrs. Cindy Gergert? You may have read a very interesting article about DSM and its corporate mission last week in the Volkskrant, a fantastic article about some key appointments, and it again confirms the wider mission of this fantastic company. I'm sorry to introduce you in this way, but I'm sure you will take it from there. Thank you for joining.
So, thank you, Joop, for speaking here. This is a little bit of a different audience than I'm used to speak for, but not less interesting and fully close to my heart. In the previous speaker, I hear words like collaboration, taking care of the planet, technology, innovation. Those are words that I speak every day. And my job is I am responsible for open innovation, means collaboration, join, be all together in this fantastic place called the Biotech Campus Delft. very, very close to where we are now, there.
This one.
Yeah, we see. And I hope some of you have seen the exposition, because we've been here for 150 years already, Biotech in Delft. So yeah, next. Little bit about DSM, because DSM has been in the Biotech Campus Delft for 20 years now. And those people that traditionally think of DSM, they think of DSM, Dutch State Mines, a coal mining company. If you drive down to the south and you pass by Limburg, you see a lot of smoke and chimneys. And that's DSM, dirty chemicals. Well, that's not really true anymore. I think DSM by now is one of the most purpose-led and sustainable companies there is in the chemical space. So if you look at the history, the company is quite old. It was founded in 1902. Nobody knew anything about the harm of CO2 and about the concept of circular and bio-based. No idea. But in the last 100 years, we've learned a lot. And DSM has moved along with learning. So they stepped out of coal mining. They went into petrochemicals. When they did so, they thought this is interesting. But after some years, they said, no, this is a little bit too bulky, too much. We want to be science-based. We have so many scientists who want to do clever stuff. So they sold off their petrochemistry, and they had this big land. And what they did was create a campus. And they believed already at that time, end of 1900, around 95 or so, the campus idea started. We have to collaborate with the university, we have to collaborate with education institutes, we have to collaborate with other companies, and then we can create a community. In the meantime, DSM developed and also bought Gis Brocades, the biotech company here in Delft. And now, since 1 year, also here, we believe we want to open up, we want to collaborate more. We are very close to the TU, very close to many companies and startups in the region, and we want to become the biotech hub in Europe. So that fits so well with DSM, because DSM has the strong belief that we cannot be successful in a society that fails. That's a quote of our CEO, and all of the 22,000 employees of DSM are proud to share that quote, because we all feel that making money on the expenses of a planet can never be the right thing to do. So we focus on nutrition and health, climate and energy, and circularity and resources. And by doing that, you fit very well to the Sustainable Development Goals. And what we notice is that younger people are super attracted to this purpose-led way of running a company. It's not anymore about making money. It's not that we don't want to make money, but making money can very, very easily be combined with doing good for the planet. So, DSM, Delft, how does this all connect? So I'm going to take a little step back. I already mentioned the word biotech a lot. Maybe you can move to the next one. Biotech was actually born in Delft, and not many people know that. Biotech was not even existing as a word when we in Delft were already doing biotech. The very, very first chemical engineer that graduated from the Technical University, at that time called Polytechnic School still, he was called Jacques van Marken. That was 1869. He graduated, and his father said, why don't you solve this problem with yeast? We use yeast in bread, and sometimes the bread works well, and sometimes it doesn't work well, and we have no clue why. So he started to understand yeast is a microorganism, it's alive. It's not a plant, it's not an animal, but it's life in a very fundamental form of life. And he started to make a lab, he started to make a factory, he started to collaborate more with the Technical University. The very first professor in the world in microbiology was in Delft. Not many people know that. It's something to be very, very proud of. And then over the years, we made enormously impressive inventions also here in Delft. Penicillin, very important. If you are have wounds and you want to not have infections. It was invented in Scotland, but the guys never worked on it. What happened? The people in Delft, they said, let's make a process. Let's start to make a lot of penicillin. And in the years 1970, Delft was the biggest producer of penicillin in the whole world. 40% of all the penicillin came from Delft. A couple of other things I won't go into detail, but really big inventions were made here in biotech. Yeah. So maybe not everybody knows what biotech is. So this is maybe just for you guys or for a few more people, a little reminder of what biotech is. Bio means life and tech means technology. So biotech is very simple. You use life in order to produce something that is helpful for us. Life, fungi, yeasts, bacteria. Sometimes we think that's like dirty creatures, or they cause spoilage, or they cause illnesses, but actually they're really, really good guys. They help us a lot. They provide us with 50% of our oxygen when they grow in the oceans as algae. They're all over in our gut, they're on our skin, they protect us a lot, they make it possible for us to eat. And here in DSM in Delft, we use them to produce all kinds of things. Creams, foods, medicines, fuel, and they do that in a very natural way. So they don't use nasty chemicals, they don't need harsh conditions because they're biology. Now, we believe that Delft has a really, really true, not only a fantastic history, but also a really fantastic future. Because we believe that these microbes, they were there for 3.5 billion years. They were the inventors of bio-based, of circularity. We humans have messed up in 200 years, or in 100 years actually, tremendously the way we produce. So we want to go back and learn again from those tiny invisible microbes, because they have a lot in them. The TU has world-renowned knowledge on biotech level, and DSM has a lot of business push on biotech. So we want to collaborate, and that is now the open collaboration campus idea. Bring all this together, make the world a bit of a better place, and mostly inspire you guys to go for biotech if you want to change the world. Yeah. So Planet Bio is the name of our very, very fresh, not even officially started non-profit foundation. So we collaborate according to the term triple helix. We have the municipality of Delft, we have the province, we have the TU, we have DSM, and the local investment company. We work in a triple helix. That's a bit difficult for us. We like double helixes in terms of DNA thoughts, but this time it's a triple one. And it's all about collaboration. So, again, happy to be here and happy to spread the word with you. We are opening up. We are also believing we can only do this when we start to educate young people early. And we hope for a maybe a bright future together with this school. That's the next one.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Cindy. We will definitely not put our light under the bushel, and we will absolutely take up the challenge. It's a fantastic project. As we understand that schools and educational institutes will be, in particular, invited, and it's part of your brief to develop this campus together with us. The good news is that our students, you've been at the excursion already 2 weeks ago at the DSM, so that gives a start. So thank you for inviting us. That said, I'm a little bit in dubio because we are slightly behind schedule, and we are a bit sort of the prisoner of our belt system. So at 3:45, and we can't ignore it. You will learn about it, and we can't switch it off. So at 3:45, a brief alarm.
You can do
Mrs. Hatton van der Waarde, can I invite you? No, I'm not. No. Take your time and give yourself a pause. There's water enough here. Once the bell rings, take your time. But before inviting you, it is a good opportunity to thank you, because without you and the support of your staff at Town Hall, this project could never have been realized. You've managed to offer us this building, this facility, as a temporary for the years to come, facility where this school can grow and develop and flourish in partnership with our primary school. But meanwhile also convincing the council that it is important to further develop the school and at another location. Very, very excited about this. But your support and the support of your staff has been tremendous. Long may it last. Thank you.
So the last in the row, and I have to keep it within 4 minutes. So I'm going to do my best. I'm going to skip some of these cards. Thank you very much for your nice words, Jaap. This is also very important to us, so I'm really glad we've come to this point. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this school at the Kolijnlaan, it's already in full operation, but today we celebrate the day of the official opening and also the result of a successful collaboration between Lucas Stichting and Berendtje Stichting and us. And I must say, that's not something we can take for granted. We don't see it in every city that the schools work together so well and work so well close with the municipality. So I'm very glad and honored to be part of this occasion. Because with your school, we strengthen international education in Delft and in the region. As you already know, the Berendtje Stichting started an international school in 2014, and we've already had to expand its capacity in the recent years. And in the meantime, the school has become a really important community. The demand for international education has been growing steadily in recent years, and this trend still continues. And this is why Delft, together with The Hague, Leiden, Rijswijk, and other cities, we are working on an accessible network, regional network of international education. Because we think it's a good development that pupils can now move on from the primary to the secondary school in Delft. Because the opportunities of international education are important, of course, in the first place for you, students, because you can get the education that suits you. And right here in Delft, you can move on to one of the best universities in the world. And if that is your ambition, but if it's not, if you're not going that way, there's a lot of other universities and schools of applied sciences nearby. There's a lot of options you can choose from. So the presence of an international school, it has been said already, is also important for international companies and institutions. It's a short one. I don't know if you heard the bell in Parliament, but that's louder and longer. I expected something like that. So we have TU Delft, DSM, IKEA, European Patent Office, they all recruit people worldwide. And the availability of international education in the city makes all the difference when you are considering a new move to a new town, to a new job, when you're an international. I've been an international myself for a few years, and the first thing I did when I was about to move again was check out what schools do they have for my children. It's the first thing you look at. So it's really, really important for us. Now, so we benefit from the presence of your school, and good international education is in line with Delft's ambition, and that's what I told the council as well, to attract and retain international talent. And it's also, therefore, of economic importance. Important to mention, and you also mentioned it, Jaap, is that the school we are opening today is not operating in splendid isolation, because it wants to be a community school. It wants to be connected to the local community, and it wants to be relevant for regular education in Delft. And we greatly appreciate this. And we hope you will seize opportunities to collaborate with other schools, with regular schools, with any school in Delft. Now, developments do not stand still. You mentioned it already. We are moving towards more permanent accommodation for the international school on the TU Delft campus. Great location, opposite the primary, right at the academic heart of the city. So that is the future. Today, I congratulate you with this important milestone, with this building. I love what you've done to the place. And of course, the parents, the children and teachers and all the partners who have cooperated, and in particular, the Lucas Stichting and the Rentje Stichting, who have taken the initiative for this adventure. So on behalf of the administration of Delft, I wish you many happy academic years. Thank you very much. And now we go to proceed to the exciting
we go
moment.
into procedure. Thank you for your encouragement and for your ongoing. Thank you. And we are now up to, I think, Alicia.
Alicia, do you like to come up? Yes.
We will be. Continue. Can I invite you, Ms. Hatte, to cut the ribbon and by thus formally open the International School Delft Secondary. There you go. There you go. Oh, we're doing this together.
Okay, are you going to count down, please? 3, 2, 1.
There is a before before you leave the stage. Can I invite also Ingrid and Sin again to come to stage and to collect your presents. I think there is an example of these presents that I can show. If not, Michael will show. This is a present as the period of light. In the period of light. We thank you, but all of you, as you will all have this present when leaving the premises today. This is a light with the name of the school, the logo of the school on it. So you can hang it in the Christmas tree. Also put it in your car, just in case you're in trouble. Thank you. I think there's a few more announcements to make. Will you be doing that?
I can do those ones, yes.
After this formal session now, students, you have been really great sitting here very calmly and quietly. They're very eager to be the best ambassadors we have by showing you around the school. So in a minute, there'll be time for a snack and a drink, but also our students are going to be here ready to guide you around the school. They're going to be, you're ready, aren't you? Yes, you're ready. They're going to be showing you around and explaining what we do here And I hope you enjoy that. And when you come back, there is also an opportunity to have poffertjes. There is no English version of that, I believe. Poffertjes. And for the younger ones, there are activities in the gym at the back. So please enjoy this festive time. The students will be here to be your guides around the building. And thank you very much all for coming.
Thank you. Finally, can I thank the committee, the organizing committee, in particular Ashley. Ashley, thank you so much. Can I have a whole applause? Enjoy it. Ik zag je op 3 momenten.
Ja, dat is mooi. Ja.
Ik denk dat we hem eerst moeten beëindigen om onze speech.
Ja, spijt me. We hebben hem altijd hebben.
Dankjewel.